Okay guys, welcome to the big boy leg press. Now some of you guys might not be feeling that confident and you might be using the horizontal leg press, but I really want you to build up the confidence to use this one because the range of motion is significantly greater and it's not actually as scary as you might think. So the first thing I want to show you is these seats come up and down. So all it'll be is a button, like a little pulley button on one of the sides of it, and you literally pull the knob out and it can pick it up, put it down. Now I would always recommend having this in the bottom position because again, it's going to increase your range of motion. Second thing is these yellow safety catches. Now most of these leg presses will have them. They'll either be sat lower down or higher up, and it is just literally a case of moving it, just picking it up, getting it round the bend, and then just moving it. So a little bit like the Smith machine. And again, depending on whether you're really short or really tall, you might want to have a play around with this. So I want them right at the bottom, and let me show you what happens with them actually being on. So I'm just going to have a go at the leg press. I'm going to pretend that I've failed this rep. As you can see, that's going to stop anything from being accidentally crushed. Now it's quite hard to get it back up from this position, but if I literally fail this, nothing happens. Literally nothing happens. I'm fully protected. I can get out. If I needed to take the weights off, then I can, but this is why the leg press is actually really good if you want to train to failure on, because if you come all the way down and you can't push the weight back up, you're all good. You just deload the weights, take it off, and then you're absolutely fine. But to get the leg press started, you'll have just seen, so there are two handles. If I try and pull these handles before I have pushed on the sled, nothing happens. I can't actually get the equipment started. So I have to push on the sled first, and that releases the pressure so I can pull the handles inwards, and now I can safely lower that leg press. Number one rule of thumb is we do not lock out our legs on the leg press. So you can see now my leg is fully straightened. That's putting all of the pressure through my joints and not through the muscle. So we never want to do this. So we want to make sure there's a slight supple bend so you can see how my leg's no longer fully straight. Bring it down to your range of motion. Push it back up, keeping a slight bend in the legs. And then once you're comfortable, you can obviously add weight onto the load. And now I just need to turn the handles, get the weight of the sled back on, and now I can't move it. It's locked in place and I can now safely pull myself up and out. So that's the leg press, guys. It looks a lot scarier than it actually is, I promise.